Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to put up a very short but to the point video because it is Infertility Awareness Week, and it's just a subject that I feel like has come a long way in people talking about it. I mean, look at how many trying to conceive or infertility YouTube channels you can come across, including mine. I just want to say that this community is so much bigger than I ever thought. So when I started doing YouTube, I was nervous about telling you guys about trying to conceive because at the time I already knew that something wasn't right. And I shared with you guys pretty much when I started getting help, when we started getting help for trying to conceive. And I was terrified, you guys. I watched a lot of other channels and I thought, okay, if they're sharing their voice, I want to share mine. And so I just wanted to share kind of really quickly things that I've learned and just kind of my own words of wisdom, if can I say that? I don't know. But I think the biggest thing that I've learned is trying to really understand how big the infertility community is. I mean, it's huge, so much bigger than I ever imagined it to be. And it just goes to show that you just never know someone's struggle. You just don't. And I want to share an experience that happened to me, and it just happened to me just in the matter of weeks ago. I had two things very similar happen to me, and I was just floored. And I knew how big the infertility community was after coming to YouTube itself and joining support groups, especially now that we're doing IVF. But things really kind of set in stone for me when I took my new position. So I just took a new position at an OBGYN clinic, and I've mentioned this before if you watch my vlogs, but I did not share to people at work that I was doing IVF. The exception being my boss, because obviously I was having intermittent leave for all the appointments, and I wanted to be honest at least with her. So really there's three things. The first thing is that when I came forward and told her and gave her my IVF calendar, she in turn told me that her and her husband dealt with infertility. They had to go to our fertility clinic and they had to do an IUI to get pregnant. And I was like, wow, thank God. I was just like, how blessed, like how much of a blessing to have a boss that understands. And that was that. And after all of my appointments, obviously people noticed that I was gone and coming in late. And if they made a comment, I would just say it was a medical thing. And no one really pressured me to say anything. Then I had a coworker, a nurse that works there. She found my Instagram account, and that's the only place that I post things infertility related. So like not on my personal Facebook page or anything like that. She came across my Instagram account and obviously saw all of my infertility and IVF posts, and she sent me a DM saying, wow, I had no idea you were going through this right now. We just went through this last year. And I was like, wow, a nurse in my clinic has done IVF. Like, what a blessing, because normally I'm pretty private at work about my outside life. But then I just thought, wow, she found my Instagram and maybe we can talk about it, and maybe it was just meant to be for me to talk to her about it and have someone that I work with know what I'm going through. And I thought that was just absolutely amazing. And we had lunch together privately in my office and talked about her experience and mine. And like I never would have known, like you have no way of knowing. So a few weeks after that, and this just happened to me a week ago, another nurse from the clinic found me on Instagram. I'm not sure how they're finding me, but she found me on Instagram and she sent me a message and said, Anna, I didn't realize you were an IVF sister. I also have done IVF and we're currently going through the process right now. And I was like floored, like I had no idea. So that's my boss and two nurses with a total of 3 people in my clinic, and 2 of them doing IVF recently or going through it right now. And the thing is, we're actually all 3 going to be going through it at the same time, I think. I know when I have my transfer, one nurse has her appointments to restart the process, and the other one I think is going to be shortly after that. So it's just amazing, like not amazing that we're all suffering through it, but amazing that we now have kind of like this unspoken bond and support system with each other. And I never in a million years would have guessed. Like I don't know how you would guess someone's struggling unless they came out and said it. So honestly, like I feel just lucky to have had people, like obviously people in my office coming to me and telling me this, and meeting all of you guys, because honestly, the best avenue that I've had for infertility is YouTube. And it's not always easy to share every detail, and I share every single detail that I can with you guys. There's nothing I've kept a secret or anything like that. And it's not always easy. Even though I'm always happy, it's not always easy. And I struggle a lot from when I'm away from the camera. You don't see nights that I cry because I want a baby so bad. And you don't see nights that I go to Target and I see pregnant women all over the store because they all shop at one time. And I get down and I go to my car and I get upset. And one thing that I've tried to do, which I've gotten so much better, now that I've really prayed about jealousy and not wanting to feel jealous, and I really wanted to feel joy and hope, because these women have, you know, whoever they are, strangers in Target, in the grocery store, on the ball field, when you see pregnant women and babies, I try to look at that as like hope, because hopefully that's what I'm gonna have here soon. And I just started telling myself that when I see someone who's pregnant or a new baby, that I don't know what they had to go through to have that baby. They could have went through IVF and infertility for years for all I know, because I don't know. And, you know, for a while I was get really down on myself about having jealousy, because I know jealousy is just ugly. And sometimes with infertility, or a lot of times, it's just hard to not feel jealous when you see a pregnant woman and her beautiful belly and you want that so bad. So I've tried to kind of turn the focus on that, and I really wanted to share that with you guys in case that might help some of you. I mean, I still struggle. I'm not a pro by any means. I do still struggle with it, especially because I work in an OB office. So all of my newly pregnant women, they come to me first, and I do their financial and insurance consults. So I'm seeing them so happy. And of course, there's some of them that I know came from fertility because I see it. And it's just like, especially the ones that come from fertility clinic and they graduate to OB and I see them, that gives me hope. Like, that's going to be me with an OB hopefully here soon. Like, that's going to be me someday. It's going to be you guys someday graduating to OB. Like, no matter how long it takes, we're going to get there. I just know that we're going to make it. And for this week, I'm thinking of getting those 2 nurses in my office just a little something, since it is National Infertility Week. And I encourage you guys that if you know someone struggling, to reach out to them. Obviously, I know a lot of us are going through it, but if you know someone personally, friend, sister, coworker, anyone going through it, I encourage you to reach out to them. Even if it's just words of encouragement, not necessarily buying them anything, just like words of encouragement, I think go a long way. And I encourage you guys to do that and to reach out to someone. And also, what I would like to ask of you guys, if you're watching this video and you're having infertility and issues, I would love for you to comment your story down below so we can read each other's comments and we can offer words of encouragement. I encourage all of you right now, when you finish this video, go down below, post your story, read other people's stories, lift them up, because that's what we need. In the infertility community, it's all about hope and spreading encouragement. And I also want this to be a prayer chain, so I can go through every comment and pray for each one of you individually. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I can feel myself, but I'm not going to. I just want to be encouraging to someone, and I want us to lift each other up in this time, because infertility sucks. It sucks so bad. There's no way to describe it. It's just like the worst thing in the world. So please, thanks for watching this video. I want to end it right now before it gets to be too much. But please comment down below, share your story, comment on other people's comments, reply to them, lift them up. And thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.